welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I do 5-star book reviews. And I am so excited for today's book because it's by Jennifer Gold and I love her. And right up on your screen, you'll see it's Keep Me Afloat. Came out March 3rd, so it's been out over a little bit over a month and I couldn't wait to read this. I went back and watched the review I did of her first book, The Ingredients of Us, and I was like, that's right. I love her so much. You know what? She is amazing. And this second book just is like mind blowing. Okay. And I looked, The Ingredients of Us, which I'll put up on the screen, came out last July. And now this one comes out in March. And I'm like, Jennifer, are you going to be writing a book every 6 months? Is that that's 5 months? 5 months? Yes, 5 months. Are you going to be doing that? I mean, how? How are you going to do that? I hope you are. But I am truly amazed by you. And I remember when I did that review, I kept saying, debut author, how is this possible? And then with this book, I'm like, second book, how is this possible? It is that good. So up on your screen, let's talk about it. 381 pages, women's fiction. This one's a little bit longer than the other one, but like I didn't even notice. I took my time. Jennifer, I wanted to just, because of the times that we're in right now, I didn't just want to like read it in a day. I just took my time and I looked forward to reading it every single night. And that's what I did. I would wait all day because I am working at home, and the night before I go to bed, I would like read this book and just like get into it. And I love that. I'm experiencing reading in a really different way right now. And let me know if you are too. I'm not wanting to rush. I don't know. Before I used to like, how many books can I read? How many books can I read? I used to like try to outdo myself. And now I'm just like, enjoy the book. That's what I did with this one. So I'm going to give you my 5 reasons why you need to read this book. I could probably give you 10, but I'll give you my top 5. First of all, she's a Lake Union author. You guys know how I feel about my Lake Union authors, and she is exactly like the rest of them. Amazing. They are amazing writers. They have amazing covers. I don't know. I think I'll just be repeating myself if I just go on and on about how I feel about Lake Union authors. So, but that's the number 1. Number 2, because of 2 quotes that I'm going to give you. First of all, Jennifer knows how to open up book. Up on your screen. I loved this when I read it. I met Dennis, my once husband, the love of my life, by accident, a car accident 18 years ago. I love her writing. I mean, it kind of like you're like a car accident? It's crazy. I love her. And then up on your screen, one of my favorite lines. This book is just full of favorite lines of mine. She says, now she's talking about her parents, and the main character, Abby, is talking about her parents. And I'm not going to give anything away, but I just had to tell you this line because it's not a spoiler alert, but it's amazing. I can't stand to think that they're just as messed up as everyone else, because if they are, there's no hope for me. I was like, right. Isn't that why we want our parents to be perfect? Isn't that why we try to envision? I mean, I'm 55. My parents had issues, real issues. And now when I look back, I'm like, they were just perfect. They were so perfect. They were absolutely perfect, because we need them to be perfect. That's why. And I love that. And she's young. Okay, Jennifer's not 55, and she had that line. I was like, wow, that is some perspective. Those quotables, many more. Those 2 just give you a little taste of what is in this book. Number 3, Abby, because I love Abby so much. We are all Abby. That's what I've decided. We just are. Like, there were times when I cringed at the things she did, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, you're kind of like that too. She hit on so many things in Abby's personality that you will relate on any one of them, if not all of them, like I did. And Abby's another one. She's like young. The main character is not old, but it was like every decision she made, you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, I kind of did that too. So then you want to be mad at her, but then you can't. Then you start to love her, and you're like, you love all her decisions. You just do. You start to like understand her decisions, even though you're like, you're crazy. And then you end up loving her, and that's what happens. Number 4, I'm going to tell you that there is a line in this book, and I am not going to tell it to you, that when I read it, it is 3/4 of the way. No, it is like 7/8 of the way. It's a line that's the last line of a chapter, and I burst into tears. Jennifer, like, how did you do that? I want to reread this book. My hair's driving me crazy. Sorry, guys. I was like, I'm laying in bed crying. It's like midnight, and I'm like, oh my God. And I know you know what line I'm talking about, Jennifer. And I love talking to her while I do these because I just do. I don't know her. How did you do that? I want to reread the book to figure out how I didn't know it. How did you do that? You are amazing. You are amazing. Which brings me to number 5, because it's Jennifer. And you know what? Her timelines. And I went back to the Ingredients of Us. She did it there too. They're crazy the way you're reading them. I mean, it's not like, oh, past and then present, past, present, that it's like far. It's like very close together. But the way she has you drawn into those timelines, it's like it drove me insane and I couldn't go to sleep. I'm like, oh, I need to find out. Oh, because then she'd stop and then I would be like, no, what happened? And then I'd have to read another chapter to get to the other chapter to read. Yeah, so that is what it's like to read one of her books. Fun, 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 fun. I love this book. Jennifer, please tell me what you are writing next. I cannot wait. Can't wait. I wish I would have talked to her, but I didn't. Ingredients of Us came out in July. This one came out in March. Maybe she's going to have another one this year, and we can only start praying now that she does. And I went on her website to see if I could find any clues. I couldn't find any clues. So I'm going to put the Amazon link. I'm going to put the IndieBound link, which at this moment, I don't know what your IndieBound store is doing. Maybe they're delivering, mailing. I don't know. But I'm going to put it there and for you guys, because you never know when you'll be watching this. Everyone, try to have fun. It's hard. It's hard for me. I do this hour by hour. Some days are good, some days aren't so good, but reading helps when you can. And don't force yourself, because then it's not fun. But just go with the flow, and we'll all get through this. We'll all be on the other side of this. And I hope I look back on this video and I'm like, what were you even worried about? I really do. I hope that that's what happens. But anyway, I have a fun book coming up next that I am so excited about. Plus, I'm also doing a series with my son. Actually, I think I'm going to do that review first. We're reading like really spiritual books to like kind of be able to breathe through this time. And he's only 20, and I wish I would have been that smart at 20. But those book reviews will be coming out. Those are not current books. Those are older books. I just want them on here. I want to share it with you. We're all going through a journey, but it's all going to be okay. So everyone, have an amazing day until my next book.